fellow Earthlings, fellow people of Michigan, Governor Firestone, and like I've said previously, more than just the governor. Anyway, so as a continuance of so before I begin any further, this video is going to probably be, it's going to be demonetized if I had to guess. Only because, within the first 2 minutes, you're not able to say certain word verbiage. So for all you flakes, I don't really apologize beforehand. But what was this thing I read? Motherfuckers are quick to say they are not jealous of you because you have nothing for them. But a happy heart and a genuine smile will burn a hole in a bitter bitch's heart. So anyway, you're probably wondering today why I've golden honey in my hand. So honey has been shown to neurologically actually improve brain function and improve brain tissue. So just as like an educational manner, I figured maybe some people might find that rather intriguing. Maybe not. Anyway, but for all you people that are, against that, that would necessarily put you in a certain category of a certain kind of folk. But anyway, for those of you that know what I just said, you'll know. For those of you that don't, you won't. Anyway, so The Great American Sphinx, one of the greater audiobooks I've ever listened to about Thomas Jefferson. It was quite a rather interesting audiobook. I would suggest some people maybe listen to it or even read it. I'm an audiobook kind of an individual. I'll leave that alone. But anyway, I'm going to continue doing me. I certainly will. I know that other people probably won't, but that's a them issue, not an I issue. So I've considered making a chapter. You might be wondering what kind of a chapter I'm talking about. But I have noticed that Florida has a Citizens Commission on Human Rights. I noticed that some other states have Citizens Commission on Human Rights. I know that Michigan does not have a Citizens Commission on Human Rights that I am aware of. What I am going to say is that I think that would be a pertinent thing in 2025. And hopefully, that's something that would be honored by Miss Judy Chamberlin, somebody that activated against certain entities within certain states that think that their employment is employment when it is not. But anyway, for those of you that know what I just said, you'll know. For those of you that don't, you won't. However, there's an old saying, and it's the idea of being able to take and unplug yourself, and then plug yourself back in your own manner that doesn't suit other individuals, or it's a form of deprogramming your own self, or maybe even to help deprogram others, but being very Mozi. There's a thing that's, called brotherly love, which, if you know what that is, you know what that is. If you don't, you don't. When the world betrays a Mozi will never betray the world. So take that or leave it. But y'all have a good one. And on the 22nd, I'm going to be promoting this. And a big reason I'm making this video. On the 22nd, coming up, there is a National Hug a Ginger Day. So on the 22nd of February, there is Hug a Ginger Day. So just hopefully it's not hug and stab somebody in the back, but it's Hug a Ginger Day. So just an FYI for all you people that may not be aware of that. But happy Valentine's Day, that is coming up as well. And y'all have a good one. I certainly mean that. Oh, and here she is. Yo. So anyway, y'all take it easy. And again, very Mozi.